Hello, my name is Dr. Maya Byfield. My business is The Phenomenal STEMist. I'm so excited to be here in Orange County because it's where I live. I live in Apopka, Florida. And I decided to make this business because I saw a need for underrepresented students to be successful in STEM, which stands for science, technology, engineering, math. And the best way I can do that is just provide products for parents to prepare them, whether it's a book or online STEM camps or just video podcasting. My goal is to transform this community, especially those who are underrepresented. And the way to do that is to help parents understand their children's minds and basically develop them at different stages of their lives to be prepared for a successful STEM career. Thank you so much. That's why I'm here. Hey, 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 it's the Phenomenal STEMist. Good evening, everyone. Started early. I'm hungry, Dulani, so I was like, you know what? Let's start early if you're ready.
And I'm always ready. I'm always ready.
Always ready.
Always ready. I'm excited to be able to meet up with you and join your podcast and share these little financial nuggets that the good people need to hear.
Absolutely, absolutely. What I'll do is I'll share at 8:45 maybe on the group Phenomenal Financial Freedom. But those of you who are with me, I want to say this one thing. I had to open the door for somebody. I had to run real fast. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And don't forget, Phenomenal STEM Year, Phenomenal STEM Camp. And don't forget the book. Come on, y'all. All right. So let's jump in. Jump in. We're not going to be long today. Well, maybe it's longer than I think, but we'll vibe on the top 10 year end financial planning strategies. Listen, we won't be here next month because the last Monday of the month of December is Christmas. So we know that we were too busy to be with our families. We love our loved ones. So we're going to really knock it out of the park today to help you guys financially plan. So, the first thing I see on the top 10 year-end financial planning strategies, meaning it's the end of the year. What do I do for 2024? Is it important to do that, Delani? Is it important to financially plan for 2024?
It is mad important to plan because to fail to plan is to plan to fail.
Plan to fail.
And the reality is, it's not easy. It's not easy because it's hard. It's actually difficult from the sense because it's new. It is a concept that people have to get comfortable with, being able to plan finances, plan budgets, plan what they're going to do. And it touches on topics that people really try to avoid. Debt. Debt gives people high anxiety. Taxes, no one enjoys having to uh, pay taxes, let alone plan to pay it. So, these things can feel kind of heavy, but that is probably even more reason why you need to plan it. Because as part of it, you also plan your spirit, plan the right time of the year or the day or the week or the month in which you're going to assess your goals, how you want this finance thing to play out. It's so critical. I mean, when we did you enjoy your Thanksgiving? Did you
I
have
enjoyed
any?
my Thanksgiving. I went home to be with my family in Philadelphia, my father, my aunts.
It's
It was
beautiful.
great. Yeah, my cousins. Yeah.
Let me ask you, when you decided to go visit the family in Philly, did you have to plan your trip?
Um yeah, kind of sort of. At least I had to plan to buy the ticket. I had
You sure did.
I had to plan on where I was going to
To
stay.
stay.
You
You want to
know,
be on,
I
you know,
didn't do a lot of high level planning. I was a little last minute.
and as appropriate, right? I mean, you
Yeah, yeah,
realize that's
yeah.
all you needed to do, so you planned appropriately. You
Yeah,
didn't
yeah, I
find
planned
yourself
appropriately.
on those Philly streets,
No, I
right?
wasn't on the Philly streets.
So that's good, and that also speaks to right size because you don't have to overplan. Why? You know, we don't have to approach this thing as if we're just zillionaires. We're not Elon Musk.
Right, right, right.
We don't have a full team behind us, but what we do need to do is look at the things that are pressing, the
Yeah.
things that might keep you up at night or cause you a little bit of an issue in 2024. Look at it in 2023.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly, exactly. So, okay, so there's an important role in planning in everything that we do, but definitely our finances. So, number one, it says review and adjust your budget. Reviewing and adjust your budget. Like, what does that mean to you? Like, I need to adjust my budget when it comes to food because I have a strict budget, and I'm like, I kept going over budget in food this year. I recognize that the inflation is serious. So, what do you think? Review and adjust your budget.
Big time. Firstly, I hope you have a budget.
Yes.
If you don't, that's the first thing you need to do is make a budget.
Step one.
And step one,
Yeah.
I am very flexible with my budgeting only because at this point in my life, it's become we're so disciplined. My wife and I are so disciplined financially that the budget does not take on that beginner's meaning, you know, like where you have to kind of like open it, read it, and follow it. What we've done is our budget is flexible, and what it allows, it only focuses on a few things. It focuses on returning tithe. It focuses on setting up money for investing.
Hmm.
Everything else, you know, we kind of play it easy because we don't feel the financial pinch like that.
Pinch. Yeah, got you.
And but if the finances are pinching you, y'all, if you feel it, if it's something that makes you a little uncomfortable, that is something that you need a budget for. And because the whole purpose of the budget is
Mm.
monitoring, staying aware of what is happening with you month on a month by month basis. There's a seasonality of budgets.
Yeah.
For example, you have times where you should spend more and times where you should factor in that you'll spend less. If you build or right size your budget that way, you address those things. You know, some people have large tax payments that they have to make in April. When you're a baller like Dr. Byfield, you really have to consider these things. Uncle Sam needs, you know, Uncle
Not,
Sam needs his pound of flesh.
listen,
So, you
listen, Uncle
know,
Sam. Listen, I take November and December to be straight up. I start take collecting a lot of money in November, December to go and give to Uncle Sam. I pay him his taxes before January. Yeah, baby.
you know, it's so important. Budgeting is it allows you to just keep the right temperature, keep the right focus and attention on your finances. So yeah, please budget, y'all, and
Yeah,
don't make it. It's not rocket science. So
it's not.
if you find it to be a little complicated, just YouTube. Go to YouTube University.
Right.
Figure out what type of budget style you like. Some people like a very flexible one. Others like it to be strict and like you know. mm, it's all about your flavor. You know how you
Yeah,
like
yeah,
to
yeah.
do things, but definitely have one.
All right, so I like the Mint app. It really helped me make my budget. So you could actually use programs that will ask you questions and really help you make your budget. So even if YouTube is good, get a Mint app, get some kind of online app. It's free. Really, really helpful. All
Now
right.
I love Mint too. Did you hear the bad news though? Did you get the 411 on Mint?
I heard it's going to Credit Karma, but what is it gonna cost?
Yes.
They're gonna charge us?
I think it is. I
Oh
think it is.
hell no!
Intuit, the owner, the parent company, which is a very, as we,
Oh
little
man!
segue, buy that stock, buy into it. Intuit's
Wow,
good
man!
stock. But that company, yeah, they're moving away from that platform, and they want everyone on Credit Karma.
I saw
I don't
that.
know what it looks like because I think they're still in the process of rolling it over. So they're giving you little sneak peeks, but there's no real full idea of
Information.
what's going to happen
Oh
because
man, Mint was the
I've been on
truth,
it for
man.
years. I mean, I've probably been on Mint for 10 years now.
Me too.
It is that good.
Mint got me out of negative net worth. I
Facts.
always tell that testimony. I had a negative net worth of negative $4,000. I had student loans. I had a brand new car loan. I had no assets. I had no house. I had no. I was just getting in, dabbling in the stock market, and Mint showed me that. Like, this is your net worth. I said, what?
Oh,
And it
goodness.
transformed my life. I was able to get out of credit card debt out of student loan debt, make a visionary plan, budget myself. It transformed my life, that app. And so I'm so sad. And I saw that it was going to Credit Karma because I'm always on it, but I didn't know what it meant. I was like, oh no,
Hmm.
I didn't want to take it seriously. But listen, I heard there are other platforms that you could use, but it's troubling. Like I use
Yeah.
Wave. I use Wave for my, making my business and making my invoices and things like that. So I think I probably can use Wave. Just connect everything now to Wave. Hopefully they don't go to some other places either. Oh
It's the
man,
way. It's the way of the future. Everything is subscriber. I mean,
based.
it's a
Yeah,
subscription nowadays, and that's
yeah,
how they're moving. But
yeah,
these things are still valuable, and I encourage people if you're struggling, these kind of platforms do educate and show you how to do it much easier. Uh, living on a budget, and it's so funny that you said that because I was in the same predicament with budget, and this is so important for people because I know not everyone is. People often think that when they talk to us, oh, you guys already you made it, you're good,
yeah.
but the struggle was real.
Was
I
real.
mean, hey,
Was real.
beginners begin at the beginning, and
Beginners begin at the beginning. I love that,
I
Dulani.
was there. I was there, and I'll tell you, I was doing every little thing that could help. I was so poor I couldn't afford to pay attention. And I'm telling you, I had to do things to teach myself how to budget. For example, the little envelope trick where you
Yeah,
put money in
cash.
envelopes and you pay things every month. Yes, that's what I was doing. I was so poor at managing my finances and so desperate that I was even doing things like that. The learning curve is steep, so that's good, and you will get better a lot quicker than you would even estimate. But you have to do it. You have to practice these things. So that's what I would
Oh,
recommend.
okay, okay, okay. So, number two, maximize income tax benefits. Take advantage of the benefits of the income taxes. Certain smart investments, saving deposits. Reduce whatever your liability is. Use HSA accounts. Take advantage, like maximize your income tax. Listen, don't pay a lot of tax. I'm not gonna get that much into details with that because last month we went crazy with that. So
Yeah,
but this is the time.
it
Start
is.
thinking about, selling if you have to sell at a loss, as Duane taught us last month. Sell at a loss, and so that you lower your taxes.
Yeah,
Make some
tax
plans about
harvesting.
it.
A lot of people are harvesting right now. They're going through that process where they're taking their losses
Yeah,
so that they can reduce their taxable income, and it works. It
it
absolutely
works.
works.
It works.
Um, you know, some people will debate it and say you shouldn't, but whatever works for you, because
Yeah, yeah,
at the end of the day, it's about what money you save and keep.
yeah,
And
yeah.
taxes, that's that necessary evil, and we want a little less of it in our life. So please try
Absolutely.
to maximize or optimize your tax
Yeah.
burden.
Yeah. This is what you definitely should be doing and think about it at the year end. Um, Evaluate your investment portfolio. Like, have you taken a look at your investments? Now, I'm not a day trader. I'm not, we're not financial managers here, but you gotta, take a look. Take a look. Don't just go selling everything, but just take a look and think about, are you over, I have this nice pyramid, not pyramid, this pie chart for my investment company where it tells me, you said that you want to be, moderately aggressive or something like that, or
Hmm.
aggressive. You have too much, tips, you have too much fixed income right now. You need to balance it. This would be the time at the end of the year to rebalance your
Yes.
portfolio.
And then also, as part of your assessment, ask yourself how often or how frequently are you doing this thing during the year? So, as you're preparing for 2024, challenge yourself to be more regular
Yeah.
at looking at your financial position, your
Yeah.
investment portfolio. And one of the very great things to do is rebalance every quarter. Every
Rebalance
three
every quarter.
months, take a look, see what you can rebalance. Because it's nice. In addition to that, every time I rebalance, I get a real feel of how the market has behaved
Behave.
for
I'm
that
in.
period
I'm
of
in
time.
tune.
You're so in tune. So
Yeah,
don't
you gotta
wait
be
till
in
the
tune.
end of the year. Don't, take your money serious. It's your money.
It's your
It's
money.
your money, ballers.
It's your money.
It's
Take
your
it
money.
seriously. You should. Nobody should know about your money more than you.
Facts.
Don't bait.
Facts.
Don't. Say, oh, I just give all this money and I'll let my retirement manager handle it. I'll let my financial planner handle it. No, no, you gotta know too. You gotta know what's going on. Stay up to date.
Definitely.
And I like your idea. Every quarter, every 3 months, check it out.
And another little tip I would like to share is challenge your financial advisor. Your advisor is probably making moves with your money, putting
Yeah,
your money in different investment opportunities and stuff, and compare it with a baseline. I
yeah.
always say, take the SPY.
SP 500. Yeah,
Yep. And do a little. Instead of giving, let's say you have projected to pay your investment advisor 2,000 a month or $500 a month. Take back 20% of it. Meaning that, all right, if you were going to give your investment advisor 500, give your investment advisor 400. And you take that 100 and you play it in the market,
if
buying the
you do better
SPY.
than him,
If you beat that, you said
stop
it.
paying
Finish it.
him.
Finish it. Thank you. Thank you.
If you do better than him or her, because there's female financial advisor,
Oh yeah.
you better not be doing better than somebody you paying to take care of your money.
And I'm going to make a bold guess that you will.
Wow.
If you just practice, if you actually just implement dollar cost average on the SPY every month, you will probably beat your current portfolio, and that's embarrassingly true.
Yep. So true.
Yeah. But
So
anyway,
true. That's so
yeah.
true. Let's keep it simple. That's what I do. I dollar cost average. I don't
Kiss
have a
it.
I don't have a financial planner, but anyway,
It's,
I digress. Not to say that you don't have to, but um, yeah, yeah. I move on. I move on. All right. Us contribute to retirement and health insurance plans.
health is wealth, right, sis? Health is wealth.
Listen,
Health is
that's second Mondays. That's second Mondays.
well, but the reality is, all right, funding health is wealth. You
Yes.
make sure your health care plans are funded.
Yeah.
You are important. It's not always just about making money in the markets. It's not always just about getting tax cuts and savings and stuff. It's also about investing in your health, having the best health program in place, something that will allow you to look at wellness, including health. Some people have chronic conditions. Yes, that goes without saying. You have to have the funds set aside for that. But what about a little spa day?
Mm-hmm.
Does it hurt to get a little love?
Mm. Self care.
FSAs allow that. HSAs allow it.
Really?
Oh, you didn't know that? Let me
You
tell you.
taught me something new.
Sis,
HSA pays for my spa day?
it's called Massage Envy, holla at your boy. Let me tell
Thank
you
you.
something. I was there every
Thank you.
month. Every single month, I used to go to Massage Envy and get my massage. Yeah.
I gotta go because I especially know I have knee issues.
Hmm.
Wow. I learned something new today. Your
Yeah.
health savings account pays for self care and massages. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
And, and,
Listen,
and, and
and especially the FSA when you get take all this money for a flexible savings account and you have
oh
to
yeah,
you have to use it by the end of the year. You definitely should be using those for your massages. At least with the HSAs, you could roll over and
definitely.
save.
Uh, I joined this really nice gym, Lifetime Fitness. I don't. It's swanky. It's a great gym, and they take FSA.
Ah, that's see,
Go
that's a
spend a
good
little more
idea.
money for like a nice high level luxury experience where you could play some pickleball, get a massage, hit the steam room, do all sorts of stuff. Basketballs, pools, like elevate it. Elevate it. It feels
Elevated.
so good. And it addresses wellness, not just health.
Guys, listen to me, you guys, especially you guys who have flexible savings accounts and you don't know what to do with the money. I want you to Google what you can do with flexible savings account. Check
Yes.
it out so that you could
Mhm.
use that money appropriately and it doesn't just get wasted for the end of the year. And definitely, contribute to your health insurance plans. I have health savings accounts that triple
Oh, yes.
lowers your tax benefits. So take care of your health, take care of your retirement, fully fund your retirement, at least to the company match, and fully fund the Roth IRA. I'm all about that. All right, so clear your high interest debts. Clear your debts. This is something that you could do for the year end. We're talking about the top 10 things to do for the year end. Clear those debts, guys. Why is it so important, especially the high interest ones?
The trickery. It's a silent death, but it's a death nonetheless. It will completely assassinate what little savings you have by
Yeah,
not
take the
being on
money.
top of these high interest rates. And credit card debt is the worst because it actually does nothing for you but hurt you.
Nothing but hurt you.
So,
Get
you
rid of it.
know, I say manage smart debt, for example, education debt, mortgage. That's smart debt. You're going to live with that for a little while. And as long as you can make it work for you, continue to do the things that are valuable and important in your life. That's great. But the credit card debt is absolutely
Get rid of it.
unacceptable.
Get
No,
rid of
no,
it.
no, no. That is a priority. Eliminate. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Eliminate the credit card debts immediately. Get rid of it now. Get rid of them now. Yeah, top. I would put that as number one. They didn't have that as number one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
number one for me.
It should
Get
be. It
rid of
should
that
be.
high interest debt. All right. Set financial goals for the upcoming year. Set financial goals for the upcoming year. Like what is your vision for 2024? What's your plan for 2024?
Hmm.
Like let's sit down. Listen, I like the fact where you said earlier, I didn't focus on it earlier, but I'm saying it now. You said me and my wife sit down with a budget. Listen, it's so important that you're on the same page with your significant other. I if you're interested in someone, dating someone, engaged to someone, and you're not talking about finances, you're not talking about visions for finances, red flag, red
You need a new one.
red.
Get a new one. Get a better one. Because that's not the one. It
Listen.
is. They say it's 99%, 90% of arguments in
Yeah,
homes
yeah.
have to do with finances.
Finances.
So if you get into the practice of having the positive discussion, you help eliminate the painful one.
Yeah, yeah. I love that you say that. If you focus on the financial goals, vision setting, and do
Feels
that,
different. It hits different.
it's different than arguing about things that are negative. And so it's so important that you set these goals now. Year end planning. It's the end of November. You have 1 month to set some financial goals for yourself as well as your family. Evaluate insurance coverage. What do you think about that? Evaluate insurance coverage. Like I haven't even
It's
looked at my house. Lord help me with the house insurance. It went like crazy in Florida.
Oh, I
Florida
got
went
nailed.
crazy.
Texas is a hot mess too. And then yeah, evaluate it. It's actually self-explanatory too,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
but just to be a little more helpful than saying that, I'll say this. You really do need to understand what type of coverage you have with your policies.
yes,
Oftentimes, people are buying insurance that they don't need.
yeah,
Insurance companies will let you do it. They
yeah.
really will. And the only time you actually learn that you were overinsured is
It's
when
when you try
you
to get
experience
something.
a loss and
Yeah,
they say, "Oh, you overpaid." What we'll do is write you back a check. We'll return your premium, but we're
yeah,
not paying your claim. Play
yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
So, I mean, these kind of things can be avoided by actually understanding what your coverage provides and what type of coverage you need
Y-
statutorily, like just from a legal standpoint. Each state requires, and for the most part, agents are very good at making sure that you get insurance that meets the statutory requirements, but they will sell you more.
More
So,
and then don't pay for more. So that goes for life insurance, house insurance, car
oh yes,
insurance.
yes,
Reevaluate it. You might get better opportunities, and you might
yes,
find out what you're not covered in that you should be. So you
yeah,
know,
definitely look back into the market at what the rates are because they will lull you to sleep, and you will
yeah,
be overpaying for premium.
yeah,
You'll be paying too much premium when you could have
yeah.
shopped around and found a better policy
I need to do
for your
better
for your
at
needs.
that.
Oh, me too, me too.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
will say this isn't a priority in terms of
yeah, yeah.
some of the other
Essentially,
ones, but yeah, which is
yeah,
why
yeah.
we're so
Nonchalant
lackadaisical
about it.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, plan for contingencies. Like aim to have 3 to 6 month worth of living expenses. We call this the emergency fund. Why is the emergency fund so important? Why is an
It,
emergency fund so important?
it's one of those things where you need it and you don't have it, it's too late.
Yeah, man. And that's how you get you into these credit card debts and stuff and all that business.
Oh my gosh, you find yourself between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
And there you go. It's one of those things that you can avoid, and in addition to that, it becomes a very helpful tool to help you with investment. For
Yeah.
example, what I mean when I say that is I have a rainy day fund and it's overfunded all the time. And what I do is I just started investing in my rainy day fund.
Yeah, me too.
Before it used to be cash, now it's in ETFs.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's too much to just conscionably leave as cash, and I just don't like the time value erosion of it.
Yeah. Time
So
value erosion means, inflation costs overpowering the cash value
facts.
and you losing money. That
It
doesn't make
eats
any
away
sense.
at the dollar. It just
Yeah.
eats away at the dollar year over year. And as a good practice, I do like to put it into a vehicle that moves and makes some money.
Word up.
And definitely, but it's there in case I need it. In case of emergency, I can pull it
You
out
can just
and
sell it. Yeah.
it'll be in my account in a few days.
Yeah.
But it only grew to that size from discipline, and that's the other benefit of having an emergency day fund. You address habits. You
Yes.
build good habits. That
Yes.
emergency fund is the first thing. If you can't build an emergency fund, you can't invest. You
Right.
can't do a whole lot of things that you should be doing if you can't build an emergency fund. So let that be your litmus test. Let it help you assess how good you are with this money thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Use it
Yeah.
as a test.
Use it as a, can you raise an emergency fund? Like I have an agreement. I only have $1,000 cash. I keep low amounts of cash. Everything else I have in my emergency fund is in my, I have an investment account that I can easily just sell, and I have my Roth IRA. I don't use that as emergency fund, but I don't believe in having high amounts of cash in the bank just to look at it. I really feel like a real emergency is a grand for my life. Now, some people who have kids and stuff like that, they might have higher levels of quick emergency.
Hmm.
Um, but it's not that. But rainy day funds stay in my investment accounts that I'm willing to sell it right away. Some people disagree with that. Some people want to have it all cash. I just Can't think of
Uh,
a reason.
I can't make sense out of it either,
Me
you
neither.
know.
Me
But
neither.
I don't. I try not to knock people for it. Doing a good thing
Yeah.
is a good thing, but
Yeah.
there are
Yeah.
better ways to do it. Oh,
Yeah.
but you know the ideal emergency funds is
What?
life insurance.
Life insurance.
I But life insurance is that frustrating thing. You have to get it at the right time in order to build that good cash value, and it's the cash surrender value that's the living benefit portion of life insurance that's very helpful in terms of helping people have some sort of rainy day fund if needed, because you could borrow against your policy, like IULs and uh, whole life policies. I Everyone keeps telling me that the IUL is what's up, but I prefer whole life. And I have a whole reason for it. And people just debate me till I'm blue in the face about it. But I think whole life is the move. But whole life is difficult to get. So you get IUL because it's easier. But in the event that you cannot get insurance, some people who are older in life or just are not considered insurable, that does present a different challenge, and then you have to work on other ways in which to build a rainy day fund. But
Okay.
if you, but I said that because it's important. If you find yourself having difficulty with a rainy day fund, but you are blessed to have life insurance, then think about different ways you can understand your life insurance policy to make it work for you, because it could serve as some sort of banking solution.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, lastly, seek professional help. Seek professional help. No, no, no. Two more. Seek professional help. Consulting.
Yep.
Consulting. You gotta consult. You can't do this all on your own all the time. I There's different ways to seek professional help. You can go to a I go to seminars at Charles Schwab. I have my money in robo investing with Charles Schwab, as well as I have my own personal account. I have I use their financial professionals to work with my investment funds. While some people have an actual financial planner, while some there's different ways to seek professional help. I'm good with Charles Schwab.
You
What about
know, you
you?
know, I completely agree with you. You nailed it. You nailed it. You nailed it. These financial advisors are not worth it. I have a Morgan Stanley advisor. I don't think I've spoken to that man for 2 years, and he hasn't spoken to me. He don't care. He really does not care. But that's okay because I have Charles Schwab too. People, people, listen.
Listen, y'all.
It really is helpful. These brokerage firms provide so much information. They educate you. They don't just take your money.
That's
They
true.
really do. They have an education platform
Yep.
where they'll draw you every single thing. If you want to be an options trader, they'll teach you how to be an options trader. Because they know that your account will sit with them and they'll make
Them.
money off of you.
That's right.
So
They're
but at
they're
least
about
they have the
training.
respect. Exactly. At least they care about your money, that they want you to make a lot of it so they could take a lot of it. And I respect that. I respect that. I cannot say honestly that I've had great experiences with financial advisors. They've all been pretty disappointing, but
That's your
it's
experience. You have a
it
right to say
is.
your experience to the people.
I prefer Charles Schwab. Charles Schwab is good enough.
Good enough for me. Good enough for me.
YouTube
A lot of
University
training.
too.
Yeah, a lot of
YouTube
training.
University.
All right,
Yeah.
and lastly, stay informed about changes in tax and investment regulation. One of my friends, I'm helping her all the time. She texts me telling me that it's going up to $7,000. The Roth IRA, I think it's seven. I can't remember. The Roth IRA limit has increased. Here I am planning to put another $6,000 next year. Come to find out, they're allowing me to put more, and I would have wasted $1,000 if I hadn't known. Listen, I'm all about maxing out my Roth IRA, and if my friend, that's why it's good to pay it forward. I teach her, and then here she comes helping me. Right now, I know. Oh man, it's a new regulation, so it's so important to stay up to date because you don't want to miss out.
hmm and these things happen so quickly. They really do. It's all about Biden might say, "Oh, I want to do
Yeah.
this," or the IRS makes this announcement, and there
Yep.
you go.
There you go. And you don't know it, but you got to stay up to date because it's fine. It's fiscally responsible to do so. Like in the
Hmm.
end of this month, a new rule is allowing you to put 5% down on rental property multiplexes. Did you know that? That's a new rule.
What? Repeat?
Rental property multiplexes, you don't have to put 20% down payment no more. It's 5%. Yeah. Brandon told me about it. New, check it out. All you need is 5%. If you like, just to let you guys know, a $200,000 duplex, 20% of that, you would have to have $40,000. But a
Hmm.
new regulation is allowing us to buy that same $200,000, and instead of paying $40,000 down, I only got to put 10.
Hmm.
That's a drastic difference between $10,000 and $40,000. But
Hmm.
there's a new rule. And did you know
I,
the rule?
I did not know this. This is amazing. I'm gonna look into that too
There
because
you
I'm always
what?
scheming. Always scheming.
What?
I stay scheming.
Stay
Um,
scheming. Stay
and
informed.
the definitely one of the other things I wanted you to run by really quickly. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
go into it, but I'm gonna throw it out there.
Okay.
Have you heard of the mega backdoor Roth?
Nah, never heard of that before. Sound like a
It's
lottery scheme.
it's pure. It's the word chicanery. It's just pure trickster moves, but it's for people who are high earners who are somewhat phased out. The Roth phases you out at different income levels to the point where you can participate. But
Right.
there is a backdoor strategy that allows you to move, I believe, maybe up to $60,000 into your Roth.
That's for the big ballers. I ain't a big baller, and I'm just like, I could still buy a Roth. Big ballers can't get
But
Roths.
I mean, there are little things out there that exist that will show you how to do these different things. But you have
Nice.
to look for it. You have to stay informed. Good
Gotta
people,
know the
no one,
rules.
people aren't going to knock on your door. Either you're connected like Dr. Byfield or you're not. But a lot of people, we have to do our own research. So
Yeah.
do it. It
Do your
doesn't hurt.
research.
It's fun.
Stay informed about changes in tax regulations and opportunities like the backdoor Roth. Listen, it's been so great. It's been so great. Just to remind you, the top 10 year end financial strategies are: stay informed about the regulation and investment changes, seek professional help, but simple Schwab might be good enough. Plan for contingencies, get your emergency fund, evaluate your insurance. That's life, home, vehicle, everything. Set financial goals for the new year. Clear your high interest debts.
Please
Contribute to your retirement and your HSA or your FSA, your health insurance plans. Evaluate your
get that
investment
massage.
portfolio. Get that massage and that health insurance. Yeah, evaluate your portfolio, maximize your tax benefits any
Mhm.
way you can, and then review and adjust your budget. It's been great, y'all. I see a couple
Always.
people in the chat. Hey, Deidre, what's going on? Ashley is in the house. Patrick's sister. You know Patrick's sister.
Oh,
That's
that's
the
that's
baby sister.
oh yeah, that's my
Something I just
girl.
did
It's so
was
good to see you.
getting car and renters insurance through the union that offers me a discount. There you go. That's an awesome change. That's an awesome change. Good to see
Smart.
you. Deidre. All right, y'all. I gotta go. We started 45 minutes early. So for those of you coming in at 8:45, you're right on time to watch it, watch the replay.
Replay.
Jelani, you've been so great this year, this quarter. I thank you so much for your help. We've learned so much from you about our frenemies, about our friends, and about our plans for the new year. I really, really appreciate you coming on this quarter to help me inform the people.
Thank you for giving me a voice. I appreciate it. It's been a pleasure. It's been a blessing to be able to share these different things. And I look
Yeah.
forward to our collaborations in the future.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Good night, everybody. I'm going to get
Take
something
care.
to eat.